You know, my father used to say, whatever you do it 100%. When you work, work. When you laugh, laugh. When you eat like it's your last meal.
Here's what my mentor taught me when I was 25. He said, if you have enough reasons, you can do the most incredible things. He says, Mr. Owen, I think you've got the experience and you've got the skills and you certainly have the desire. Here's what you might be lacking: a long enough list of reasons. Reasons that drive you, reasons that get you up a little extra early, reasons that keep you up a little extra late.
Well, I'm afraid to make a change, and I'd say, well, that's okay. That's understandable. How afraid are you of not making a change? Let's make a little vision of that. You're 35, you hate your job. What's the consequence? You're not motivated, you don't want to get out of bed in the morning, you're starting to get depressed, you're getting bitter, you're getting resentful, you're getting cynical, you're amotivated at work, you're not doing a very good job, and you're starting to shrink. Now play that out for 10 years. You don't change it, you don't fix it, and what happens? Well, it's not like it's going to get better of its own accord. What's going to happen to you? Well, for sure, at minimum, what's going to happen to you is you're going to be in the same situation, but 10 years older. And if you can't get out of that situation now, what the hell makes you think you're going to get out of it in 10 years?
You're a man. You are a man. Stand up and be a man. Make the hard decisions, make the sacrifices, make the unpopular decisions, and become comfortable in your own skin. And if you are not a person that you are comfortable being alone with, that is the one person in this universe that you have full power, full right, and full responsibility to change.
Can you push through? Can you do what winners do? And when you do what winners do, you get what winners get. You get what Jordan gets. You get what Tiger Woods gets. There's a great story. Kobe Bryant tears his Achilles tendon, but they need him to make the free throw, to stay in the game, to win. They're like, Kobe, you tore your Achilles. It's okay, bro. He walks out on the court and makes 2 free throws with a torn Achilles tendon. That's why he's Kobe. That's why he was Jordan. That's why he's Tiger. That's why she was Serena. And I promise you, if you went through the lives of these people you admire, they played hurt. They found a way. They built that muscle. It's the separator. And that's why habits matter, rituals matter, routines matter. Because when we're down, when we're under pressure, when we're hurting, we resort to habit mode. And if your habit's to get up and fight, if your habit's to get up and do it anyway, if your habit is to show up and give it your best, regardless of how you feel, then that will be your default setting. But if your habit has always meant, yeah, I gotta rest a little bit, I gotta evaluate this, I think I take a breather, because that's what everybody does. But everybody's not successful.
Dr. Carter had a tear in his eye. I could tell he felt for me. And he said, son, I'm sorry to say you're not going to box again. And I looked at him. I said, no, Dr. Carter, you're wrong. I am going to box again. I said, you don't understand what kind of man I am.
We're the lucky ones. We're the ones who get to die. Most people who could ever exist will never even be born. Take every occasion you can to smell the flowers, to drink in the sunsets and the sunrise, and celebrate life, because you won the lottery. And most people will never even know there was a lottery.
You cannot think about the whole process. You have to be able to break all these big, humongous, painful things in life down to the smallest molecule. Because that's all the brain can handle. The brain can't handle hours and hours and hours of suffering, but it can handle right now, I'm doing 1 more mile. I'm doing 1 more rep. I'm doing 60 more seconds. Don't think about the rest of it. When you are in the hell, you can't see the beauty of being in it when you're in it. Get on top of that mountaintop in your mind, but look down at what you're doing. You can see a whole different world, and that world is beautiful, but you gotta get a different vantage point in the suck. Don't be in it. Spiritually, get out of it. Look down at what you're doing. Be amazed by the process of where you're at now and where you came from. When something bad comes my way, I'm thankful for it. Now I've got a chance to prove that I can freaking beat this. People don't get remembered in easy times. People get remembered in hard times.
Seems like you forgot again. Let me remind you. When it was hard, and you were overwhelmed, and felt afraid, and walked alone, and felt invisible, and didn't have the answers, and couldn't see the way, and wanted to give up, you kept going. May you never forget that. What's done is done. What's gone is gone. One of life's lessons is always moving on. It's okay to look back to see how far you've come, but keep moving forward. Stop waiting on someone to come and save you. If you fail, it's okay. Keep trying until you succeed. Be your own hero. It was never about surrendering to reality and tossing away your dreams. It has always been about sticking to your life vision even in the most terrifying times till it radiates in your reality. It's the hardest things in life, the things that stress you out, that build character and make you stronger. Don't shy away from uncomfortable situations just because they won't be easy.
What would you be at in your life if you didn't quit? People ask, how did you change, Trent? How did you grow? It's because I learned how to persevere. And the more you quit on things, the more it becomes contagious, and you quit on everything. We have no mental toughness and we give up. We have no emotional resilience and we give up. And I know this is not the message people want to hear, because people want to always blame other people for their life. Let me tell you something right now. It's your life. Stop blaming people. Stop pointing the finger. It's on you. At some point, you got to say, you know what? I'm not going to let my past control my future. At some point, you got to say, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. At some point, you got to say, I'm going to make the world respect my greatest. At some point, you got to do it.
Because you can choose whether you want the pain of growth or the pain of staying the same.
Bruce, deep down you may still be that same great kid you used to be, but it's not who you are underneath. It's what you do that defines you.
Yeah, it's crazy to sometimes think like, what can happen if we decide, I'm gonna see what happens when I decide that I am qualified. What happens when I decide for myself that I'm gonna do something different?
If you decide today that you're going to live every day like it's your last for real, which means have a conversation with yourself every night that, okay, that was it. May not be no more after that. And really count yourself every day like this could have been it. If you can do that, it'll change your life. You'll really start making decisions and living your life like this all you got, just this one day. But you could be a winner. You could be a winner on this day.
You only have one life. You only have one chance. If you spend it doing what other people expect you to do, you will wake up to your regret at some point. The folks that really have a blessed life are the people who learn early on to live with their own rules, live their own way, and live every day as if it's the last day. Not necessarily to waste it by being wasteful or silly, but to recognize that today is a day to be productive and constructive for yourself.
I don't have time to be, let me go chill at a party. I don't give a about no party. Party? Making money is the party for me. My job is to get up every day and provide for the people that's counting on me. That's my fun. My fun is not based off, I'm at a party wasting money on board. No. Putting my daughter through college is fun. Making sure my niece, but we can pick what university you want to go to. That's fun.
When you work, work. When you play, play. Don't mix the two. I used to take my family to the beach and I would bring my briefcase. Or at the beach, I'm saying I should be at the office. I should be at the office. Now my family's upset because I'm at the beach and I'm thinking office, office, office. Now when I'm at the office, I'm thinking what? I gotta get my family to the beach, the beach, the beach. So things are not going too well at the office because I'm thinking beach, and things are not going too well at the beach because I'm thinking office. Here's what I learned to do. At the beach, be at the beach. At the office, be at the office. When you work, work. When you play, play. Don't mix the two.
And George Foreman admits that he gave Muhammad Ali everything he had, and Muhammad Ali grabbed him and pulled him to him. Old man hadn't fought in years, hurt. And Muhammad Ali pulled him to him and said, "Is that all you got?" And George Foreman said when he heard the words, "Is that all you got?" it penetrated his spirit and said, "I done gave my man everything I got. I can't seem to knock him down." And Muhammad Ali said when he said that to him, he looked into the pupils of his eyes and he said at that point he knew George Foreman had lost.
I would tell to everybody that wants to focus on acquiring objects and things and, well, I have everything I've ever dreamed of. It doesn't make you happy. Happiness is a pursuit of your dream, pursuit of your mission, your purpose. Don't chase money and don't chase objects. Chase your purpose. That's where happiness lies.
What do people regret when they're dying? I asked hospice nurses, the experts, here are the top 24 regrets people have when they are dying. I wish I'd had the courage just to be myself. I wish I'd spent more time with the people I love. I wish I'd made spirituality more of a priority. I wish I hadn't spent so much time working. I wish I had discovered my purpose earlier. I wish I had learned to express my feelings more. I wish I hadn't spent so much time worrying about things that never happened. I wish I had taken more risks. I wish I had cared less about what other people thought. I wish I had realized earlier that happiness is a choice. I wish I had loved more. I wish I had taken better care of myself. I wish I had been a better spouse. I wish I had paid less attention to other people's expectations. I wish I had quit my job and found something I really enjoyed doing.